questions. Either Donald Trump or Kamala Harris will be our next president. Neither one of them is perfect, but we can't vote for this dude. I don't agree with everything that Kamala Harris stands for either, but I will be voting for her because the goal is to be like Jesus, and this ain't it. Watch this.
And again, Christians, get out and vote just this time. You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed, it'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you. Get out. You got to get out and vote. In 4 years, you don't have to vote again. We'll have it fixed so good you're not going to have to vote. In conclusion.
Now, black people, I know y'all attention span is about that big. Yeah, I'm talking to all black people. Y'all attention span is about that big because all these people, D1 Music, Willie D, The Shade Room, all these D.L. Hughley, The Real Earthquake, all these people did not listen to the actual rally. They took a clip of somebody using a soundbite and created a whole narrative that was wrong. Now listen, black people, I know y'all attention span about that big, but I'm gonna play the full audio so you can hear exactly what this man said, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna break it all down to you and make it make sense. Please, I know y'all ain't get y'all attention span about that long. I need y'all to watch this entire video so you can get context. Okay? We know y'all don't like context, but here you go.
Desperate to stop us is that they know that we are the only ones who can stop them. We are the only ones that can stop them. This is a movement, Make America Great Again, MAGA, the likes of which our country has never seen before. And by the way, Christians have to vote. You know, I don't want to scold you, but you know that Christians do not vote proportionately. They don't vote like they should. They're not big voters. You know who else aren't voters? The NRA endorsed me very powerfully. Strongest endorsement they can give, National Rifle Association. People that own guns and rifles are not big voters. They have to vote. If you don't vote, we're not going to win the election. If you do vote, we're going to win in a landslide. Too big to rig. We're going to win in a landslide. But Christians, you know, you'll go to church every Sunday, and Pastor Paula White and all of the people, I understand, they're doing lockboxes in churches where people don't even have to go to vote. They can now vote in church. And if you do that, we're going to win by numbers that nobody's ever seen before. You know, you have tremendous power, but you just don't know that. But you have to use that power. Christians are a group that's known not to vote very much. You have to go out, at least this election. Just give us in, get us into that beautiful White House. Vote for your congressmen and women. Vote for your senators. We will change this country for the better. This country will be great again like never before. You got to vote. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again, November 5th, which is a period, really, because you're allowed to vote early. They have early voting, late voting. Everything is so ridiculous. We should have one-day voting, paper ballots, voter ID, and certification of citizenship, and that's what we're striving for. But voting actually starts on September 6th in North Carolina, a great state. We're doing very well there. I only say that when we're winning or going to win, you know that. I mean, it's just one of those little things, can't help it. No, it's a great state. North Carolina, September 6th. Then it's Pennsylvania toward the end of September, and it's various states in September, and then you have October, and you know, it used to be on November 5th you vote, but November 5th, meaning November 5th period, meaning this election will be the most important election in the history of our country. We're going to save our country with this election. So all of their persecution is only happening because I am running for president and leading very big in all of the polls, including big leads against Kamala. We have very good leads, you know, despite the fact that she came in as a replacement, a mandatory replacement. Joe, you're doing badly, Joe. We want you out, but I don't want to go out. I don't want to go out. You're going out, Joe. Do you understand that, Joe? You're going out, Joe. I don't want to go out. I won't go out. All right, if you don't go out, we're going to go after you with the 25th Amendment. You're incompetent. Everybody knows that, Joe. You know, I won my case in Florida on the documents, right? Joe had a much more, you know, I had the Presidential Records Act on my side. I was allowed to do, I didn't do anything wrong. He did, because he didn't have the Presidential Records Act. He lost his case, but the decision was he's incompetent. So he can't go to trial. So he's incompetent. Think of this. He's incompetent. He can't go to trial, but he's allowed to be president. So he can't go to trial because he's incompetent. He can't defend himself, but he's allowed to be president. What's that thinking all about? The radical left Democrats rigged the presidential election in 2020, and we're not going to allow them to rig the presidential election in 2024. We won't have a country left, right?
Now that you heard the actual context, now, what D1 posted, that was the end of the speech when he was giving, you know, when a preacher get ready to wrap up the sermon and kind of, you know, give you a summary of what the message was. That was at the very end of the speech. What I posted was in the middle of the speech. Now, how does that correlate and how do we all make it make sense? If you listen to what he said, Christians do not vote. They vote at a disproportionate rate. So what he's saying is that there are a lot of Christians that don't vote. So if y'all come out and vote with as many as evangelical Christians that actually exist in the church, that it won't even be close. It would be a landslide. It won't even be close. The numbers won't even be close. So that was his message, y'all. Then he didn't just say the Christians. He said the NRA, the National Rifle Association, that a lot of those people that are registered, that who love guns, that they don't even vote. Then he talked about rigged elections. He said, hey, we understand that the election in 2020 was rigged, but if y'all don't come out and vote, that if the election is rigged, it's a possibility we might lose. So we need y'all to come out in droves. All the Christians, all the evangelicals, all the NRA people, y'all come out and vote, because it won't even be close. If everybody that's not registered and show up at the polls, it won't even be close. And he talked about fixing America, because he knows that there are a lot of crooked people that's in the system that continues to cheat. So this was the message at the end. If you use it, listen to what I posted. Then at the end, it's only an hour, y'all. Go listen to the entire message. So at the end, he came back and said, Christians, because y'all don't register to vote, and because y'all don't vote, if y'all just come out this one last time and get me back in office, I'm going to fix everything that's crooked. All the crooked roads, I'm going to make them straight. Everything that's wrong with this country and what's wrong with the system, I'm going to fix. So this will be your last time voting. You don't have to vote no more, because y'all don't vote all the time anyway. So vote this one time. You ain't got to vote no more. That's all he was saying. And you got people creating a narrative that there's going to be dictatorship if he get back in office. And that was not the message. So I admonish y'all, go look at the entire hour message. Y'all, it ain't nothing but an hour. You got an hour out today. Some of y'all be on social media more than an hour. That was the context, because there are so many people that are evangelicals, that are Christians, who are not registered to vote. And there are so many, he said, there are millions of Christians that don't vote. We just need y'all to vote this one time. And this will be y'all last time. You don't have to vote no more. You don't have to vote no more, Christians. That was the context of the message. Quit believing these people, sound bites, and going with a narrative that's not that, and you didn't listen to the whole message. All y'all done said something, somebody done took what you said out of context before. And then you be like, nah, let me tell you what I meant, or let me tell you what I was saying. Hey, that's what he meant. Go listen to the whole thing. Give him a chance and expand your brain cells.